The phone buzzed on the kitchen counter, its screen glowing with a notification that sliced through the quiet morning like a blade. Sarah has restricted you from viewing her stories. My heart stuttered. I stared at the message, the words blurring as my thumb hovered over the app. Sarah, my wife of 7 years, was on a girls' trip in Miami. 3 days of sun, laughter and freedom, she'd said. Privacy, she'd called it. But this? This felt like a wall, not a boundary. I stood in our cozy kitchen, the scent of her lavender candles still lingering from last night's dinner, and tried to rationalize it. Maybe she just needed space. Maybe it was a glitch. But the knot in my stomach tightened, whispering truths I wasn't ready to face. I set the phone down, my hands trembling, and poured coffee I knew I wouldn't drink. The house felt too big, too empty without her laughter echoing through it. And now this notification. A digital slap that said I wasn't trusted. Not anymore. Sarah and I had built a life together, brick by brick. We met in college, 2 awkward kids bonding over late-night study sessions and cheap pizza. She was fiery, with a laugh that could light up a room and eyes that held 1,000 secrets. I was steady, her anchor, always there to pull her back when her impulsiveness took her too far. We balanced each other. Or so I thought. The girls' trip had been her idea. Just me and the girls, Jake, she'd said, her voice bright as she packed her suitcase. A little break to recharge. You get it, right? I did. I trusted her. She'd been stressed. Work, family, the grind of life. A weekend with her friends Lisa and Tara seemed harmless. I even helped her pick out a new swimsuit, laughing as she modeled it in our bedroom, twirling like a teenager. You're gonna miss me, she teased, kissing me softly. I believed her. But that was before the notification. Before the silence that followed my texts. Before the doubt crept in like a thief, stealing the warmth from our home. By noon I was pacing. The notification gnawed at me. A splinter I couldn't ignore. Why block me? What was she hiding? I tried calling, but it went to voicemail. Hey babe, just checking in. Hope you're having fun, I said, forcing a smile into my voice. No response. I texted Lisa, casual as I could manage. Hey, how's Miami treating you guys? Crickets. Tara didn't reply either. The silence was deafening. A chorus of absence that screamed something was wrong. I sank onto the couch, staring at the framed photo of us on our honeymoon. Sarah's arms around my neck, her smile wide and unguarded. Had I missed something? A sign? We'd had arguments, sure, about money, about time, about the little things that pile up in a marriage. But nothing big. Nothing to explain this. Desperate, I opened my laptop and logged into her email. I know it was wrong. I know it broke something sacred. But the need to understand outweighed the guilt. Her inbox was a mess, work emails, spam receipts. Then I saw it. A confirmation for a hotel in Miami. Not the budget-friendly Airbnb she'd told me about, but a swanky beachfront resort. My pulse quickened. Why lie about that? I dug deeper, my heart pounding like a drum. A message from someone named Chris caught my eye. No last name, just a string of flirty emails. Can't wait to see you in that dress. You're trouble, you know that? My stomach churned. The emails were recent, sent just before her trip. I clicked on a photo attachment, my breath catching as it loaded. There she was, my Sarah, laughing in a bar, her hand on some guy's arm. He was tall, polished, everything I wasn't. The timestamp was last night. I didn't sleep. How could I? The image burned behind my eyes. Her smile a betrayal sharper than any knife. I sat in the dark, replaying every moment of our marriage. The late nights she worked. The times she was too tired for me. The way her phone was always face down lately. Had I been blind? Or had I just trusted too much? When morning came, I called her again. This time she picked up. Jake, what's wrong? You've called like 10 times, she said, her voice laced with irritation. Why'd you block me, Sarah? I asked, my voice steady despite the storm inside. A pause. Too long. I just needed some privacy, okay? It's a girls' trip. I didn't want you worrying about every little thing. Privacy? I laughed, bitter and hollow. Is that what you call lying about where you're staying? Or flirting with some guy named Chris? Silence. Then, defensively. What are you talking about? Are you spying on me? I saw the emails, Sarah. The picture. Who is he? Her voice cracked, a mix of anger and guilt. It's not what you think. Chris is just a friend. We were just hanging out. Hanging out? I shouted, my control slipping. You're in a bar touching him, smiling like you used to smile at me. Don't lie to me, Sarah. Not now. She sighed heavy and resigned. Jake, I didn't mean for this to happen. It was just fun. A distraction. I wasn't trying to hurt you. A distraction? The word cut deeper than I expected. 7 years, Sarah. 7 years. And I'm the one who gets distracted from. It's not like that, she said, her voice small. I love you. I got carried away. I'm sorry. Sorry doesn't fix this. I said, my throat tight. I trusted you. I gave you everything. She came home the next day, her suitcase dragging behind her like a confession. I sat at the kitchen table, the same place we'd shared countless meals, planned our future, laughed until we couldn't breathe. Now it felt like a battlefield. Her eyes were red, her hair messy, but she was still beautiful. That hurt the most. Jake, she started, sitting across from me. I messed up. I know that. But it wasn't serious. It was just a moment. A moment. I leaned forward, my voice low. You lied to me. You hid things. You made me feel like a fool. Do you know what that does to me? To us. She reached for my hand, but I pulled back. I was stupid, she said, tears spilling over. I felt trapped, okay? Work, life, everything. It's been so heavy. I just wanted to feel free for a weekend. I didn't mean to hurt you. But you did. I said, my voice breaking. You chose him over me. Over us. It wasn't like that, she insisted, her voice desperate. It was a mistake. A stupid, drunken mistake. I love you, Jake. I want us to work. I looked at her, searching for the woman I married, the one who'd promise forever. But all I saw was the photo, her hand on his arm, her smile brighter than it had been for me in months. I don't know if I can trust you again, I said, the words heavy as they left my mouth. I don't know if I can look at you without seeing him. She sobbed, her hands covering her face. Please, Jake. Don't give up on us. I'll do anything. But I couldn't answer. The pain was too raw, the betrayal too fresh. I stood, leaving her at the table, and walked to our bedroom. Her perfume still lingered on the pillows, a cruel reminder of what we'd lost. Days turned into weeks. We tried to talk, to rebuild, but every conversation felt like walking on glass. I couldn't shake the image of her with him, couldn't silence the questions. Was it really just one night? Had there been others? Every time she smiled, I wondered if it was real. Every time she touched me, I flinched, wondering if she'd touched him the same way. I went to therapy alone. Sarah begged to come, but I needed space to untangle my heart. The therapist asked me what I wanted. I want to trust her again, I said, my voice raw. But I don't know if I can. I look at her, and I see a stranger. Then you have a choice, he said. Forgive and rebuild, or let go and heal alone. I didn't know the answer. Some days, I wanted to hold her, to remember the love we'd built. Others, I wanted to walk away, to escape the pain that clung to me like a shadow. I kept her ring on my finger, but it felt heavier now, a symbol of promises broken. One night, I found an old journal of hers tucked in a drawer. Pages filled with her handwriting, her dreams, her fears. One entry, dated a month before the trip, stopped me cold. I feel like I'm losing myself. Jake's so good, so steady, but I'm restless. I don't know what I want anymore. I closed the journal, my heart aching. She'd been struggling, and I hadn't seen it. Maybe I'd failed her too, in my own way. But that didn't erase the betrayal. It didn't mend the trust she'd shattered. I stood at the window, staring at the stars, and wondered if we could ever find our way back. The love was still there, buried under the hurt, but I didn't know if it was enough. Betrayal doesn't just break a heart, it rewrites the story of a marriage. And I wasn't sure I could read the next chapter without flinching.